Welcome to the Farm Stand Kitchen. My name is Rebecca, and today we're making that comfort food, tuna and noodle casserole. I just took this out of the oven. It's super hot, so I'm gonna set it down, but that's what we're making today. This has been highly requested, and I kind of was teasing you guys a little bit, not purposely, on the page when I posted it a couple days ago. You're like, where's the recipe? We thought, well, we'll do a cooking video. Dave's always told me we should do this one.
It's one of my favorites.
It's one of Dave's favorites. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's make it. So let me tell you what I got going here. I have, in this little skillet here, I melted down 2 tablespoons of salted butter. And we added just a medium chopped onion and 2 ribs of celery and 1.5 teaspoons of garlic. Minced garlic, and I just sauteed it down. It just finished up. It takes about 5 minutes, so that's what you need to do there. Okay, I already cooked my noodles, and I'm going to tell you that you're going to need about 14 ounces. I got them hanging out here, and just cook them according to the package directions, and that's all you have to do there. Probably about 14 ounces of dry egg noodles. So we'll let those hang out there while we continue. Okay, so in this pan here, we are going to add 3 cups of milk. This was just a 2% milk. And then in the jar here, because I always warm these ingredients up, so when I put them in these pans, they're not super cold, because it goes a little faster if I warm them up. But this is a 14.5 ounce can of low sodium chicken broth. So 3 cups of milk, 1 can of chicken broth. All right, so we are going to add a few things to this. I'm going to turn down my veggies over here. They are done, because we're going to put these in here in just a minute. All right, so what I'm going to do next, I'm going to go ahead and just stir in 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. And we're just going to whisk it in. I don't make a roux when I make this cream sauce. I just stir this flour right in to the milk and the broth. Let me get my quieter whisk. Now this is the pan that I just cooked my noodles in. So if you see a little starch on the side here, that's what that is. But I wanted this pan good and hot, and this is actually the way I do it. I just cook the noodles and then I just proceed right in this pan here. All right, flour is incorporated. Next, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And today we're using herb seasoning. I put this in my tuna and noodle. This is the herb seasoning. We have this on our website at thefarmstandkitchen.com. We have a whole line of premium spices that spice up your life with our spices for sure. So we're going to put a whole teaspoon of Farm Stand herb seasoning. Oh, smells good. All right, that is getting hot for us. I'm going to move some of these out of the way. All right, so let's talk about what we're going to do next. So this is gonna thicken up for us. We're making a herb cream sauce for the tuna and noodle, and then we will be adding 1 cup of frozen peas that are defrosted. Dave loves peas.
I do.
And this here is the white Albacore Tuna, and this is 2 of the small cans. Those are 4 ounces each, so this would be 8 ounces of white Albacore Tuna. Now, if you don't like tuna, you could throw in rotisserie chicken. You could make this chicken and noodle if you don't care for tuna. I've done that plenty of times too. So that's what we're going to be adding next there. So I'm going to go ahead and put in our veggies. This is starting to come up to a boil here. All right. I'll let that keep doing its thing there. I'm going to wipe out my skillet here because we're going to do a little bit more cooking over here on the side. We're going to put 2 tablespoons of butter over here. We'll let that get melted. Give me another thing to work with here. So we're going to melt down this butter. We're going to add some panko crumbs to this butter. All right. We'll turn that all the way up. All right, let's get back over here to this. All right, that's getting pretty hot now. We just want to get that to boiling. Now, as we were talking about this on the Facebook page about the tuna and noodle, I never use the canned cream soups. It's just a thing that they're highly processed. And for me, I just always like to make my own cream sauce. When a recipe calls for a can of cream of mushroom or cream of chicken, I just like to make it fresh. All right. Okay, we have our butter just about melted over here. So we're going to be using this product today. This is a panko crumb. And I'm going to add this to this melted butter. And we're just going to toast these crumbs. So you want to just get that mixed in with the butter. Now I know I had seen a lot of you say that you like to put potato chips on the top of your tuna and noodle. Did your mom do that, Dave? Did she use potato chips?
Not that
I don't think my mom did either, but I know a lot of people that do that. All right, we're just going to toast these, and you want to keep an eye on this because this goes pretty quickly when you're toasting panko crumbs. All right, let's give this a stir. Now this is not a really super thick sauce. It's just kind of a medium. It's not going to be like gravy or really get solidified because you want to keep this more liquidy, because when you know what happens when you add noodles to cream sauce, they soak them up. And I still like to have my tuna and noodle when I dip into it, I like to see sauce and not just noodles that are like bricks. I guess that's the best way to say it, maybe. Okay. All right, let's tend to these over here. These will start browning pretty quickly. Although I've never done them on the hot plate, so I guess we'll see. Oh no, I can see they're oh yeah, see there? See how quickly they start toasting? And we put these on the top of our tuna and noodle and still pop it in the oven, and they'll even get crispier. So I like to have that crunch on the top. Oh yeah, that's looking really good. All right, I'm going to give this a whisk here. We're coming up to a boil. All right, we're just about there on that. I'm going to give these one more stir, and then I will take these off of this heat. Oh yeah, those are nice and toasty. And I keep moving them around because you don't want them to burn. I'm going to have them stay nice and toasted and nutty. That's good. I'm going to put them right there. I'll let you keep an eye on those, Dave. Okay. All right. So you just want that to come up to a boil. We had our bubbles in the middle there. And as soon as that happens, then you want to add your noodles. Here's our noodles. Okay. Now I'll tell you what, you can also, you wouldn't have to put this in a pan. You can totally just serve this right out of this pan as well. I've done that before because, you know, you've already toasted your panko crumbs, but I do throw it in the oven because I like it for it to get toastier on top, and I just like to bake it. All right, I'm gonna turn that heat down just a tad. Now, like I say, when you, these noodles will start soaking up that sauce. So we want to have it loose like that. Okay, here's our tuna. And you could use chicken. If you got some rotisserie chicken hanging out in your fridge, if you'd rather use that, you totally can. And here's our peas. A good old comfort food.
Yeah, it sure is.
I think a lot of people are going to be making comfort foods here with the price of things, because you can, you know, really stretch pasta and noodles and stuff. All right, let me just get a little bit of this out of the way and we'll get it into the pan. All right, so this is a 9 by 13, and we're just going to turn it right in there. It's the perfect amount for a 9 by 13. You could go ahead and cut this recipe in half too, if you would want to. Let me turn these out. There we go. All right. Okay, so next what we do, we're going to use some Parmesan cheese. And we're going to put about 1 cup on here. All right, and then here comes our panko crumbs. And then I want you to preheat your oven to 350 today. And then all you need to do is bake this right about 15-20 minutes and dinner will be ready. So there it is. That's the way the farm stand makes their tuna and noodle. We made a whole pan the other day, and Ashley was here, but I tell you what, we just kept eating and eating it.
Good.
It is. It's really good. It is really easy, and you make your fresh cream sauce instead of using that canned stuff. It's super delicious. So we want you to try. We'll post everything for you on the page, the recipe and everything. We want you to try our tuna and noodle casserole. Thank you for coming into the Farm Stand Kitchen today. We'll see you next time.